it was special.
Let's roll on that because I got it. I'm sorry guys. I got a on the channel. I had a request
Yeah,
and it links directly with that.
sure.
Where did the name and the persona?
Just Incredible.
Yeah, where did it come from?
The name came off the back of a bumper sticker that Wild Bill Wiles, he was one of the ring crew guys, then became Bilvis Wesley, that Elvis gimmick. Um, he saw it on a bumper sticker in a car, one day, and he pitched it to Paul for himself, the Justin
Who did this?
Credible,
Sorry.
Bilvis, Bill Wesley,
Really?
yeah, Wild Bill, as he was known. And Paul said, "Well, Bill, that's great,
Dangerous Alliance?
huh?
Did you do the Dangerous Alliance?
The new one?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. I think so. But I think the fans will know who he is. But from there, Paul said, "Well, Bill, that's awesome. Yeah, he liked it, but I don't see that necessarily for you." But he bought the name off of the idea off of him for $500 and gave it to me, you know. And the persona just came from me being me, as what I was at the time. What I thought was edgy, what I thought was just, it was a work in progress. It was a work in progress that I started in Memphis when I was teaming with PG-13, and that it brought over into ECW, and then, it
Wait,
just.
PG-13. What was that? I'm
They
sorry.
were in
Maybe
they were in WWF for a minute. They were Memphis tag team, Wolfie D and Jamie Dundee, Bill Dundee's kid.
Oh, okay.
I was down in Memphis for
Oh,
two
see, I
months.
didn't know that.
I was under contract for WWE, kind of like
Under
what Ohio Bell.
PJ.
PG 187. That was me.
Oh, okay.
I was there under contract for Vince, like kind of like the OVW stuff, and I was getting paid by Vince to be down there because I was going to bring that character that was developing into Just Incredible back up to Vince, and I just couldn't do Memphis anymore. It was just horrible. So I said, I called the office and I said, look, I quit. I'm gone. You know.
When was this?
Summer of '97. And then,
Before the Aldo gimmick or after?
oh, after Aldo. Oh, it was after. Yeah,
After
when I
Aldo.
was there and Aldo wasn't working, I said, "Look, guys, I'm too young. I'm too good." I literally went to Stanford, had a meeting with Vince, Pat, Bruce Pritchard at the time, and a couple of the other guys, Briscoe, and I said, "Guys, I'm 23 years old, and I can go." I said, and I was up at the fourth floor, Titan Towers, Vince's office, and I said, "Look, I want to do something, or else let me go," because Scott and Kev were already in WCW, and I knew I could go there. They wouldn't release me, so they sent me to Memphis to work on a different character. And then when I was there for 2 months and felt like I wasn't going anywhere, I said, "Fuck this," and started doing
What
looking
was
for
the character
ECW.
they had you working on?
Just like a gangster kind of gimmick. They wanted it to be like a Conan. How Conan was.
You are from Waterbury.
Yeah, I know. But you know how Conan was, WCW's
Yeah, like
Conan
whole,
with the thing. That's what that originally was. Yeah, and it wasn't me. So then I just kind of took it and ran with it, and the character just evolved into what I was, just me. I'm just, when I go through the curtain, I just become somebody different, and I don't think or try to do a character. I'm just a complete. It's me amped up to 100. You know what I mean?
No, I do.
If I was completely insane, you know.
And I'm actually looking forward to seeing it this weekend.
Yeah, it's gonna be cool. I haven't done it in a while, so I'm looking forward to it.
I am too. I really am.
Me too.
I mean, we're doing a lot of crap here. And,
It's
been
awesome.
fantastic.
I'm very happy. And I want to, but real quick, I know we've got time for bullshit, but I want to thank everybody out there that supports this, that's been, signing on, guys like Julian and whoever else is
You're
signing.
up to 20, dude.
Yeah, I know. Ratings back up, dude. Killer. No, but I'm serious. I really want to thank everybody for doing this every day and coming on with me, and especially these bigger broadcasts over here. Just keep watching, dude, and
I got a lot of stuff.
keep following.
Here,
so keep rocking.
I mean, I don't care, dude. I'll go for the next. I don't care. However long you are, dude.
Let's
go. Let me know.
Let's go.
I got some Bradshaw.
Yeah.
Talk about Bradshaw and how much of a prick he was backstage, if he was or was not.
He was. Bradshaw was a prick. He wasn't a prick necessarily towards me because I always had a little bit of immunity when I was there. But I knew I had a lot of resentment too. Like I think I told you the story about me and X-Pac. All the boys are getting up nice and early to catch their commercial flights, and Pac and I are going on Air McMahon with Austin and Deborah and Hunter. And we'd get a lot of shit for that. But I don't mind because you know what, I got to be on Air McMahon and sleep in an extra couple hours every Monday. But it was stuff like that. But Yeah, he was kind of a dick. And one time I remember, and not a lot of people know this story, but I was working with, me and Pac were wrestling Farouk and Bradshaw, the Acolytes, APA, whatever they were called, and in Baltimore Arena, SmackDown, and we were supposed to beat them clean, and they weren't too happy about two little guys our size, Pac's 220, I'm 220, not too happy about us beating them. So in the ring, they didn't shoot out of character or do stuff they weren't supposed to, but they let us know. They beat the fuck out of us. They bloodied Pac.
Stiff.
Oh, beyond belief. I mean, I've worked with them a million. I've worked with Bradshaw a million times. House shows, TV. Worked with Ron Simmons a million times. And they were sending a message. Bloodied Pac up.
And it was both of them?
Yeah.
It wasn't just...
Oh, it was both of them. And Ron Simmons dropped me on my head on a suplex, just horrible.
Really?
Yeah, beat the fuck out of us.
Because I know Ron.
Yeah. Oh, I know,
and I've never known him to be like that.
No, that's what shocked us. And I went backstage, and the first person I see is Taker. Well, I've known Mark for a lot of years, and I'm friends with Mark. And he goes up to me, and he always called me Peter. He goes, Peter, you all right? And I no sold it, because I knew what was going on.
Yeah.
I know they're kind of boys. And I said, no, Mark, I'm fine, dude. Everything's good. But, okay. And I went to Ron, because, I thanked them both. Thank you, John. Thank you, Ron. But I went to Ron. I said, Ron, is everything okay? Oh, damn, Aldo. Yeah. He always called me Aldo. Because Ron's always stuck in, he's always stuck in the, you don't know what's coming or going. Yeah, damn, Aldo. Or Al. Al, he called me. It's short for Aldo. Yeah, damn, everything's fine. Everything's cool. I said, okay. You sure? Yeah, it's okay. And me and Pac knew. But whatever, that's kind of, it answers them, is he a prick? Yeah, he's a little bitch sometimes.
I mean
I have no heat with him. He's always been respectful, but,
Here's the thing, is APA didn't come from nowhere.
No.
They were, at times,
I got
actually,
it, yeah, enforcers.
The personas.
But it's a work, guys, and you know what? If it's our time at that moment, it's our time. Get over it, dude. Don't stop. You stop being such a mark.
Yeah.
It is.
Everybody takes a beating, man.
Yeah.
I mean, I told you that story about me and Taz and telling me to go ask Bubba about.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I took a beating that day.
Yeah.
Is that fake?
Bubba.
Did Sandman ever host any wild parties?
Yeah, it was a party every night. It was a party at every show, man. Yeah, I in the locker room, I mean, I didn't party as much in ECW. Towards the end, a little bit more than I should have. In 97, 98, half of 99, I would say I was pretty straight down the middle. I didn't really, but 99 and stuff, when I really started to know Sandman, and a lot of cocaine involved, and wrestling on coke, and high out of your mind, which isn't good. It's not good at all, because it alters you to the point where, you're just not yourself. So, but some good times. Most of it regrettable, but yeah, a lot of parties. A lot of them.
I got a question here from Axl Rose. I don't know what it says, because it says what wrestler got the most, and there's a bunch of stars on the road. But Axl, I mean, if you're gonna put something in there that's not, gonna show up.
Talking about pussy?
Maybe pussy, maybe head. I don't know. Who had the most pussy on the road?
I don't know. In ECW, man, it really wasn't like that. It's weird, because even though ECW was really a passionate following, it wasn't the WWE where there was hot girls. It was, you get some fat, nasty, things that you didn't want to.
Fat girls need loving too.
They do, but not these kind. So I mean, it wasn't like that rock star thing so much as it was in WWE, but because it was a sausage fest. It was mostly dudes, that wanted to party with you and brought the drugs for you. Not necessarily, gorgeous women throwing themselves at you. So it wasn't as much like that. So
when they say she's a crack whore, they probably mean she's a crack whore.
Nah, the girls didn't do that shit. The girls didn't fuck around with drugs.
No?
No, nothing. All the girls there, minus Tammy, in her day? I mean,
Oh no, I meant
towards the end?
fan wise.
Oh, fan wise? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
No. I would never talk that way about Franny or
No,
Tammy
they were all good girls. They were all
or
good
Dawn.
girls. Tammy was a little
Somebody
nuts.
asked the other
Tammy was
night.
a little nuts, but
Somebody asked the other night, and I don't know if you saw it because I think you clicked off before it came through.
yeah.
Do you still talk to Chastity at all?
No, I don't. I wish I did. I saw her at the Franny's um, show at the arena, the reunion show.
Hardcore Heaven.
No, Legends of the Arena.
Oh,
Legends of the Arena. I saw Chastity.
I missed that
Yeah,
one.
what a good girl, sweetheart. She's married now and stuff.
Cool.
Beautiful girl. You know, family type person now. But I always had a crush on her. Always had a crush on her.
You know, a lot of these old school ECW girls. I mean, they're married. I mean,
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
obviously Beulah.
Yeah, Beulah's married to Tommy.
Were they
Franny's-
always married?
No. Beulah's married to Tommy. Franny's married now with children. Dawn's married with kids. Chastity's married with kids.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Any idea what Kimono's?
I don't have no idea. I don't know any. I've never met her.
Still atop
Yeah.
the ECW.
Yeah.
Let's see what we got here. Do you still talk to Lance? And this is I'm sorry, his color is off here. Dark Knight 1X loves the Impact players.
I haven't talked to Lance in a while, but I do stay friendly with him. Just a matter of been busy and what do you say? It's like, hey, what are you doing, buddy? Not that there's no heat or anything, but sometimes in the wrestling business, you just don't keep in touch as much as you'd want to, But still as much love and respect both ways, I would imagine, for Lance and I. So, love to see him soon, though.
Nimbo Slice is not liking me. He doesn't like when I interject into the conversation.
Sorry, dude.
Let the producer produce.
All right.
Speaking of Raven, he's the first wrestler to hold at least one championship in WC, EC, and TNA.
Yeah.
Who do you think is the most overrated and underrated wrestler of the 90s and 2000s? Or, I'm sorry, 2000s.
Yeah. Overrated? That's a... Both those questions are kind of hard because there's just so many guys. I hate to single out one of them. Fucking hell of a question. You know what? Let me think on that for a minute. I'll bring it up in another show because it's a really, it's a legitimate question that deserves a good answer, and I have to think about that because there's been so many. I mean, really, that's a wide variety. For me to single out who was really overrated and who was really underrated, it'll take me a minute. But who I think is a little bit overrated is Hunter. Believe it or not. No, I mean I could say that. I've known him for a long time. I think he's a little overrated, especially in that Attitude Era. Because I think he's better now, believe it or not, even with a little bit of age, than he was, like, I'd say in '98. So we're talking in the '90s.
Talk about the DX days.
Yeah, I think he was a little overrated then. I mean, there's better examples, but I said that for shock value because I do remember watching him thinking, and everybody's thinking, oh, he's the best thing since sliced bread. He really didn't come, in my opinion, my humble opinion, didn't come into his best days till 2002, 2003, where he had some real, in the match he had with Undertaker just so recently, So I think Hunter, I think Hunter was in DX when all that fucking Attitude stuff was going on. I think that was one of those periods where I thought he was a little.
No, I definitely agree, and I think the image there was that Shawn was bringing him along as this young boy, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
I
mean, he's certainly coming to his own now. He's fucking legendary, but.
I mean, when you look at it back then.
But back then,
the skits he did.
Yeah.
Hysterical.
I just watched, and the reason I say that too is because it's fresh in my mind. I watched a match that was on Facebook. I got to plug this real quick. Aldo Montoya, the Aldo Montoya on Facebook.com. That is the website for a Portuguese federation that wants to bring me in. They posted this video of a match with Hunter and myself as Aldo, and I remember that match, and I'm like, I carried a lot of that match. Watching it back now, thinking and knowing what I know, and I worked with him a lot as when he was first bowing and doing all that. And I was like, he was good, but he wasn't that good.